Hello everyone, and welcome back to City Skylines. So you may remember from episode 1 that I made that grass strip at the national road that is going around the town, or I should say bypassing the town. I really hated that, so I deleted everything and started over, trying to cover the ground with grass and different flowers, and then just placing trees on top of it. This small tree cluster is a nice way to make larger places to be covered with foliage. Overall try to get a greenish look, but in different colors, or I should say different schemes of green. So try to place a lot of different trees and bushes. Always having these smaller islands of some higher vegetation, and then trying to detail around it with smaller grass. All the grass that I'm using, or mostly the grass, is prop, thanks to the tree and vehicle props mod 2 from Sway, I think it was. It's a sequel to the first version. The only issue with that mod is that car props have illumination if not PO'd. So no, the people that don't use PO, it's not useful for them if they want to play at night. Here trying to just play some hedges. These are also trees normally, and I'm just trying to spin them around a bit and place them a bit off, so it gives a more natural view on them. Trying to get some color in with that bush and also that one. Very large. I have a huge variety of foliage. Trying to get something different done. And these sting nettles, they are very common, sadly, because yeah, not nice falling into them. Trying out different grass types to see what covers the ground the best and also looks the most natural and not so flat. May not be visible, but I'm almost spinning every single grass prop that I'm placing, so I spend a lot more time than just clicking down and just placing everything. Spin a lot of them, so they actually look different. Fixing later on grass that is actually growing right into the road, and giving more detail to that. Oh yeah, trying out something that would cover the ground, but I noticed that that does not really work. Yeah, that was way too bright and way too uniform to be the ground for a forest or something similar to that. Now copy pasting the tree, no, I should say the grass around, trying to cover areas. Yes, random rotation. is making sure they don't grow into the road. Placing some higher grass, some lower grass or smaller grass, tulips, just a bit of color, or maybe not those flowers, I guess. Different flowers, flower bushes, sets of flowers. Yep, getting some color in there. Oh, placing them almost in the road. Ground covering flowers, very nice ones. Overall, I really like how this turned out in the end. Salmon flowers. Oh yes, these ones are also really nice. At least from the side. From the top, they are not that great. But from the side, they really look nice. Try to somehow fence these areas off that have lower foliage in them. Otherwise it looks weird if there's no real border. Smaller flowers, wild bushes, also white bush. Way too large. Trying to change things up a bit. Oh, that looks great. Yeah, and then I tried to find a grass prop that could like fill up the entire area. I'm having trouble with setting up the right color, so I gave up on that one. Deleted that one later on. Also because it did not look very nice. It changed color when you zoomed out, and that made it awful. I completely changed color. So it was weird because when zoom in, it might have matched to the other grass, and then it did not. And it overall looks way too plain. And I would have to do that on the entire map if I would use that there. For like a wild area, I could use that on a close-off area. But this just looks weird, so I deleted that. There we go, deleting that. Yeah, it looked unnatural. More different trees, tree sets. These smaller tree clusters again. Oh yeah. Actual trees are snapped to props, so you can place them on top of props, but like floating. So that really gave me problems later on, because Prop Anarchy has that option, and I did not notice that I could just turn the snapping off. Silly me. Should do that now in the future. Lots of sting nettles. Very annoying thing. Oh yes, these purple flowers are also really nice. So many great foliage. So much great foliage, so many great foliage, I don't know. English is not my best. Different grass types. Why do I use a bulldozer? Could kill myself for that. I hate using the bulldozer. Always demolishing the wrong stuff, and then you're really annoyed by it. Very low grass, bushes, and floating grass again. Very nice. Covering up the gaps. I also have set move it, some shortcuts, keybinds. For example, Control G is set on ground. Alt R is random rotation. Shift R is rotate in point. So it if I align rotation to something, it doesn't rotate the whole selection. It rotates every single object on their own. Oh yes, these weeds. It almost looks like spam barrier, like if there was supposed to be water, but they didn't add that. Maybe I'm gonna do that in the future, but it doesn't really fit that area. Oh, those are very white. Trying to get those edges a bit cleaner. Oh yeah, the other side with the guardrail. Yeah, that's not much about blah. Speaking. There's not much to say about this. Just placing more grass and bushes, ferns, smaller sets, different brightness versions. Trying to get a wild look because this is not supposed to be maintained at all, except the edges. And sometimes just floating grass in the that might be, or it actually is electricity cable, but we don't have electricity overground, at least not between the villages. Those are telephone cables where I live, so these are supposed to be the telephone cables. Oh yeah, that one tree that is a prop in this grass area. That looked very funny when the ground suddenly burned. It's not in the video though. I don't have screenshots of that either. Yeah, but it was funny because that one tree did not burn. It was like was standing out very much. Trying to get some rough edges so it looks very natural. Just moving the cursor around crazy. Sometimes these very aligned edges don't look very nice, so try to make that look very wild, very unorganized. Here I want this hotel, or no, it's not a hotel, it's a housing block, I think. Flats. Get a nice garden before covering the whole thing in grass and trees, bushes, so they could actually get their garden. Just place the conifers with prop line tool, which is from prop anarchy. Yeah, now some bushes, trying to cover up these edges and move the retaining wall. That is for some reason that I actually don't know, actually does not make sense at all, but it's blocking off the retail park with the TK Maxx, the Lidl, the Aldi. I think there's a Edeka. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, again using the on ground feature, snap to ground from move it. And now trying to really detail around this parking lot that we built in episode 1. Or some bushes along the road again. Floating trees in the... Ah yes, and now this detailing around the extra parking garage. Oh, these red bushes look very nice. It's a lot of color. That yellow might have been a bit too much. Ah, it's fine. Yeah, I can't have grass growing through the wall. That would be a disaster. Oh my god, I think I missed something there. I hate myself. Didn't even notice it yet. I mean, I recorded this a few days ago. Tomorrow is Easter. Tomorrow is Sunday. Yes, tomorrow Sunday. So yeah, this is supposed to release on Sunday. I hope I can get that done. So wish you all happy Easter, and everyone that does not celebrate that, I wish you a happy day. Hopefully with good weather. And we are almost at the end. Cinema is coming up soon. Well, not cinematics. I did something different this time. I used the cars and then the first-person camera mod to drive through this mess of foliage, so you can see it from the road perspective, as we have seen this whole thing from the bird eye view perspective the whole time building it. Oh yeah, and then I realized I removed that on accident. Had to move that back in place. Yeah, so we're gonna see this in from road perspective in a bit. There we go. Yeah, and this is where I say goodbye. Have a great day, night, or whenever you watch this, and see you next time.